Hiya, Amy here, and I have a couple of completely adorbs stencils to share with you guys today. I'm so excited about this. So these are stencils from the March 2022 release, and these are just a few of the lineup, so be sure to check out the rest. But this is the Hello Peeps stencil. So cute. Comes with the masking pieces and the little face in the top left corner. This is called Bunny Hug, and I can't even handle this one, you guys. It's just so cute. Again, face in the top left corner. And this beautiful stencil is called Potholder. So this is the first card that I'm going to make for you today, and I'm going to do it with some masking. So I'm going to use my pixie spray and spray it on the back of both of these pieces of the stencil, but I really only ended up needing the pixie spray on the back of the little bunny portion. But here I'm showing you, if my camera ever focuses, some Distress Ink mini cubes that I'm going to be using today. I have some pinks and then that teal and that bright green, very springy and festive. So I've got spring on the brain as I'm sitting here in, Michigan currently with some snow all over the ground and blizzard-like temperatures. But anyway, we're going to make it. We're going to make it. Anyway, I'm using the pixie spray to kind of just stick down this little bunny, and I'm going to use my brayer to really push it down in place. This is just some 110-pound cardstock, Neenah Classic Crest Solar White. And what's so cool about these stencils, whenever possible, Mary Kay includes the positive and the negative space. And these are a game changer. I'm telling you, when she does that, it makes the stencils like next level. You can use them in so many different ways. So I'm just using the pink and the few different colors just to kind of give like a little ombre look, but I'm just sticking in that opening where the heart is in the bunny's arms. And you'll see now I'm just going to use the teal just to kind of lightly go around the rest of the edges of the bunny. And the reason I'm doing that is because I know I want to double up with that potholder stencil, but if there's white areas, then the lines around the bunny might not be as clearly defined. So this is a way, if you want to double up your stencils but you don't want to lose any detail, just lightly ink blend around the stencil before you double it up. And then, you can come in darker with your other stencil. But this way you get the clearly defined shape of the bunny. And now I'm coming in a little bit heavier handed all over the place on the panel except for the heart. I'm trying to leave that alone. But honestly, even if I did go over that, it would have just kind of added a cool texture to the heart. But I did avoid the heart portion and went around with the teal color. I wasn't utilizing all my magnets here. I should have paid more attention to what I was doing. So it was shifting on me, but that's because I wasn't really taking advantage of the 4 magnets that you get with your Make Art station. Anyway, once I did that, I didn't struggle bus as much. So then I'm moving on to this Twisted Citron color. It's a nice bright in-your-face green, and that blends so gorgeously with that peacock feather, which is what I'm using. So just kind of blending all over on the panel, and this is creating that awesome textured background behind the little bunny. And just kind of letting it blend, make sure I'm getting good coverage everywhere I want it. And then the reveal is forthcoming. It's going to happen. Anyway, remove the magnets, and that's pretty, right? But then watch this. It's magic. See, this is why I love masking stencils. So you could totally use the outer portion and do like a little brown bunny, but I wanted to do a white bunny. So I decided to use the inside portion. So super versatile, right? Anyway, carefully peeled that back, and now I'm going to use the little cutie patootie face in the corner, which I'm realizing, looking at this, I have it backwards, but oh, I figured it out. There you go. Anyway, I'm kind of envisioning big fluffy cheeks on the bunny face, so I want to make sure that I have the eyes and the nose up kind of high on the little white portion. And then I'm just going to use some Post-it low-tack tape just to kind of mask off the areas around it, so I only get the little face. And then I have these bitty bunny blending brushes. It's fitting, right? Bunnies. This is from the Rabbit Hole Designs. And I grabbed some Hickory Smoke Distress Ink because I didn't want it to be black. So I didn't use black soot. I just wanted it to be like a nice dark gray so that, the face would show up, but it wouldn't be too crazy town on the picture. So anyway, I'm just using the little bitty bunny blending brush. It's the perfect size to get in the little nooks and crannies and then create the little sweet face on this little bunnykins. So I'm going to peel that back, and then you could leave this as is, but I did want to add a little bit more definition onto the bunny. So I just have this colored pencil here, just a little cheapy colored pencil. I think it's actually my daughter's, and I'm just very easily sketching, you know, where there might be shadows. It's kind of messy, kind of sketchy graphic, which is my style. Obviously you could take more time with this, and you'll see you know, closer up in a moment, you'll be able to see a little bit better what I'm doing. I know it's a little overexposed and hard to see, but I'm just adding just a very subtle little detail onto the bunny just to give it a little bit more definition and detail and shadow, but obviously this is totally optional. And then I am going to come in with this little Sakura white gel pen and just add a couple little highlights on the heart and on his little nose. And here I have this Stamp and Cut. It is a stamp and die set from Hero Arts, and it has Easter in there. So I die cut out blessings out of some pink cardstock, some scrap cardstock that I had, and I'm using my little Xyron sticker maker here to add adhesive to the back of it. So you just kind of rub that down really good to try and get rid of as much of the little sticky bits and stringers off of it as you can. But I attached that and stamped Easter, and then I wanted to give it a little something else. So I have my corner chomper here. There's two sizes. There's a 1/4 inch and a 1/2 inch rounded, so you can kind of pick what size you want. And I did that on the two different edges, and that finishes that card. How cool is that? This is my favorite. It's so cool because it's single layer. It looks like, you know, you layered it up or did a die cut or something, right? But it's really all just clever masking. That's the beauty of these stencils, and they're positive and negative bits, right? Okay, so after I'm done throwing my card base around, I have some blending foams here, and I have some punchy in the face electropop bright colors. So this stencil is meant to look like those crazy bright marshmallowy goodness candies from Easter. So I'm trying to stay with that idea and ink blend accordingly. So I'm lining this up. I think I end up deciding not to do this one directly on the card base just because the design really goes off right to the edge, and I didn't want to make it more difficult for myself. So this is the card that I'm going to make, and you can see I do end up doing it on a separate panel. So that's what I'm doing here, is just grabbing a A2 size ink panel to ink blend on, and then I use my magnets to hold it down. And originally I was going to use these little masking pieces, but then I ended up just using Post-it tape just to kind of mask off the areas, since it was kind of a big surface area and easy to kind of section off the part that you didn't want. So here I'm kind of pouncing and blending, but more so pouncing just because I kind of like the texture that it's giving. You know, because they have that sugary, crystally type of look to them. They aren't completely smooth. So I'm just kind of starting with that pop and pink, and then I move on to the next bunny in the middle. I gotta get that mask out of there. It was all stuck on my Post-it tape. But then I mask off the two outer bunnies and move on to the next color. I'm gonna use Blaring Blue and Loud Lime. And these are definitely loud colors, but like I said, fun, festive, springy, and they look like the Peeps candies, right? So I have this lime green one here. I'm doing the same thing, just kind of pouncing and ink blending. This looks almost like a, on the film here, it looks almost like a Distress Oxide color, that, what is it, crushed olive or something? But I assure you, it is very neon in real life. You probably saw that in the picture. My lighting is rubbish in my craft room, so I apologize for that. But these are very bright, vibrant colors, and they worked very well for this design. So just working on this third little blue bunny, and I love how they're just kind of coming off the edge of the composition. It's such a fun and clever stencil. So I'm just going to do the Hello Peeps a moment. Again, just mask off the bunnies now, because I'm just going to focus on the words, and then I decided to use all three colors on this. So I pink on the top, and then the lime in the middle, and then the blue on the bottom. So then instead of ink blending this, I decided to use my little Memento pen here and just kind of draw in the openings. And then I draw the little mouth on them too, just because, I don't know, that looks like a little alien face to me or something without it. I don't know, I wasn't feeling it, but anyway, I added the little mouth and then I felt like it made it look a little more bunny-ish, even though the Peeps obviously don't have the little mouth, I don't think, but I wanted to give it a little something else and make that look like a nose rather than a mouth. So I'm just drawing on a simple little 2 lines on every little bunny. Super easy. No technical skill needed here. And then I decided to add a little bit of the black as well to the Hello Peeps, just to give it some definition, just along that right edge of all the letters, kind of like a shadow, a drop shadow, if you will. So I'm just kind of carefully going along the edge there. I don't know if I switched. I think I switched from the brush side to the fine point side. This is the cool thing about this Memento pen. So it's really good for, I don't know, if you paper piece or if you want to cut out a critter really close to the edge, and it's really good. The brush side is really good for kind of putting black on the edges of your die cuts. But here I'm just drawing some little details in. I felt like it needed a little bit more black, so I'm drawing little hearts in the openings of the letters where there would be. But again, it's super cute if you just leave it be. These are all just little optional add-ons, if you will. So I'm drawing that in there. And then I'm figuring out how I want to die cut this. So I have these Gina Marie designs. It's a really cute, like, I don't know, it's almost like a cloud edge or something. And then I decide, well, I don't want it to be white on white. I want that cute edge to really stand off. So I bring the Potholder back for its debut again. And then I just kind of go right around the edges. So you don't need to spend too much time in this because the majority of it is going to be covered by that front panel anyway. So I'm just kind of blending around the edges, just, you know, all around various spots. No real pattern here, just kind of adding all the colors, and then they blend together too, which added an extra color and extra prettiness. So I thought this looked really pretty on its own. I was like, oh, you could just throw a sentiment in there and you got another card. It's really pretty. But in this case, we're just using it as an edger, and I have some foam tape here, and I'm just going to liberally put this on the back just to pop it up because you don't want it to get soggy and wrinkled or whatever in the mail, which can happen. So give it good support and then attach it to the card base, and you'll see, oh, see here, look, I was so mad. Look at this hot mess. I don't know what was all over my desk, but oh my goodness, got Crudikins all over my entire card. So it was a sequin moment. Lots of sequins and my sand eraser for the win. But anyway, we made it work. I was very sad for a moment there because I thought I ruined my card. But anyway, both my bunny cuteness cards turned out. So like I said, these are only just a few of the stencils in the amazing March release, so be sure to check out the rest. I'll link all the products that I used in the video description box below, as well as my coupon if you want to shop. So I hope you enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching. I'll catch you next time. Bye.